Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. And we're here at the excavation site at St. Albans, guys. We have found quite a few interesting clues here in the Roman ruins, and we're not done yet. We've got this shack to look at, as well as this kind of vista overlooking, I guess, a lake or marsh? I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and head into the cabin first. Arturus Dummum. Definitely should find some stuff here. By the way, apologies if things sound a little bit different. My recording software updated and completely changed its layout, so I'm not exactly sure what's what. Reports. Dear Lord Blackmore, the manager of the baths, Sir Gregory Pitkin, was quite a nuisance at the start when I arrived. After you stepped in, he became rather more helpful. Occasionally, people of his rank are not well suited to a work of such great magnitude. They lack the necessary vision. In a few weeks' time, I hope to bring good news of the Strand Lane Baths. I'm on the verge of discovering a major archaeological artifact, one that might be used politically by your party to demonstrate the strength of our ancestors and fulfill the need to protect our empire from any present and future threats. Kind regards, Sir Rodney Bentcliffe, the victim. Alright. So maybe Sir Rodney was a member of the Mithras cult. Calvin. Hobbes and you... Calvin and Hobbes. Hobbes and you consider yourselves as being so smart and funny. I had a good laugh when you froze Miss Dirkson's notes about the Arch of Hadrian in the ice. However, our thesis exams are just ahead, and as you are the so-called brain of your improbable duo, I have to warn you that my Gastrophates model, the ancient Greek crossbow, and not the medical device to relieve constipated people, as you might have thought, is not to be touched, or else I'll have to inform Mr. Wormwood about everything you've done these past 2 years. P.S. I ate Hobbes's tuna sandwich. S-spittle. Awesome. Search the excavation completed. Oh.
This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow.
Okay.
The gastrophetes were used with ropes and hooks for sieges. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow.
Indeed. Is there anything that we need to find a use for the statue of Neptune? Find a use for the statue of Minerva? Find a use for the fresco? Perform analysis of the 12 pieces? And a book about Mithraic mysteries and the cult of Mithras. Okay, a lot to do. And we can't find plans to put that crossbow together. Let's see what is out here.
This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city. The gastrophetes were used with ropes and hooks for sieges.
Okay, so that's what we know. And I bet once we get the crossbow, we'll be shooting it over there to those 3 rings. That's definitely a possibility. So for right now, I think what we're going to do, let's take a look at our brief here. What important discovery was Sir Rodney about to make? Has left leads that point toward the Frigidarium at the Roman Baths. Let's go to Baker Street first, and we're going to use that cast and try and put it together. And we do have some new deductions here. Pitkin's complaint. Pitkin feels rather uncomfortable postponing the public opening of the Roman Baths because of Sir Rodney. He was angry because of this. Pitkin expects to receive much of value from Sir Rodney's research. The work will increase the bath's renown and popularity. Okay. Garo's drug. Champagne. And stuff that we still haven't figured out yet. We're getting there. Pieces will be gathered. Clues will be accumulated. Toby!
On the sofa for the 3rd time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again. There are 12 pieces here. Let's try to gather them.
Rotate and swap mold pieces depending on their shape to position them in accordance to each other. Okay. Rotate. Hold for vertical rotation. Yowza. Okay, this could be interesting. So if this is a mold of something, let's... Oh, we can swap, but that actually looks like a handle. Okay. This is a dagger. Alright, I see what we gotta do here. Interesting. Okay, we need one more that fits that handle, because these cubes are all askew. Gotta try and find it, though. There it is. And we'll switch it there. That's the knife point. That's the shaft of the or the blade of the knife, rather. That one looks like the blade of the knife. This one looks like the blade of the knife. Do we got pointy ends on... Wait a minute. We gotta... Hold up. Okay, we got one edge there. One edge there. We need more edges. There's part of it. And rotate. I'm not exactly sure how. Left button for rotation. Yes. So all there in the corners. Interesting puzzle so far. That one right there will work. And that one will work. So it connects. Like... Oh, wow. Neat. Okay, let's not have that rotation, please. I need to back out, switch these, and looky here. We're gonna rotate that one, and then that one should fit perfectly. And that's part of the handle. So then... what I need to do is switch these two together. I wonder if we can... if it's going to allow us to... and it fits on the tops too. I'd love to have a puzzle like this in real life. I think that would be a lot of fun. And now this one... would fit like so. No, not those ones. Oop! Oh, I didn't want to switch those together. Curses. Okay, hold for vertical. Alright, this row is done for sure. So now I need to work on this one. And that one doesn't really seem to have any piece connected to it. Because I assume the corners are important. Because this one... I mean, you guys kind of get the premise here, so let me play around with this, and I'll let you guys know what I find. Okay, that took a little bit longer than I wanted it to. Actually, this red one is supposed to be the starting point, so I had to move a lot of stuff around. However, if I hold RT, all the ones I've got correctly are verified. So, with that being the case, let's go ahead and turn this one right here. There we go. Just 2 to go. So that one's got a square. Let's go ahead and flip these 2. Like so. Yes, indeed. And then right there.
It is a mold, and it is ready for casting.
And we've summoned Pinhead.
The mold is prepared for casting. We just need to fill it with certain material. Sir Rodney has made a reconstruction of the mythical golden knife. He seemed unafraid of maledictions, and yet...
Melting pot.
Half a glass of water should be enough to create a plaster solution.
Science! Pour it in the casing.
Now let us see what we have here.
And look at that.
This knife is very similar to that described by the coroner as the weapon that killed Sir Rodney.
You should not leap to any hasty conclusions, Watson.
I think you would have poured water in it and made one out of ice. That's perfect. Now, the mold form. Strange wound. Possible silver weapon. Cool. Oh, what do we make here? Check if we can create a silver knife with the materials found. Okay. Try to create a silver weapon.
Let us try to create an object from silver by using the mold.
And
it will take a minute to melt the silver with my gas burner.
Liquid
Done.
metal.
Now I can proceed further. The mold is hot. I should wait for it to cool down.
Put on some tea, Watson.
Done. Now I can proceed further.
I was like, we can turn off the burner now. Neat.
A homemade silver knife. Excellent. We have created a knife with the silver that we found. It could have been used to kill Sir Rodney.
It was extremely clever to create a weapon that could dissolve at the scene of the crime.
Oh, that's true. I mean, the silver could have been stabbed, or we could have stabbed with a silver knife and then thrown it into the brazier as well. That is true. The presence of water is due to the humid atmosphere caused by the steam. The presence of water in the blood is an unexplained clue. Can we try that? Does that make a connection? Yeah, we don't want to do any of that just yet. We've got other fish to fry here. So, we still need to find a use for these statues and have a chat about the Mithraic mysteries and the cult of Mithras. So, the only place that I can really think of in that case...
What should we do next, Holmes?
...is head back to Scotland Yard and talk to the suspects. And another thing that we could potentially do, the member of the Mithraic cult may not be one of them. It may be the guy who's hanging out over at the baths. But we'll try Scotland Yard first. Like I said before, I'm sorry if the sound is a bit off. Like, When my recording software updated this morning with this brand new version, the stuff that I would use for audio balance is no longer there. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Now, who would I have a chat with? Probably Mr. Pitkin?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Or we probably will talk to all of them.
The paintings in the baths are focused on Mithras, I understand.
Yes, they are what make this place remarkable.
And that is why Sir Rodney came here?
He believed that the golden knife, which is an ancient ritual item, was hidden somewhere around the baths. I admit that it would be wonderful if it were true.
And you are not concerned by the reputation of this artifact?
You mean the curse? Before someone is dead, it is a blessing. After they are dead, well, then it becomes a curse.
Golden knife is really useful in Castlevania.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Yeah, this is Blinkhorn, correct?
What can you tell me about Mithras?
Oh, so much. It was the core of our work. Why do you ask?
Were you seeking the golden knife?
I see you are an amateur. Yes, the golden knife was our grail. It is said that it bears the only text explaining the ritual of the cult of Mithras.
I understand. I read something about immortality.
A myth. The knife would provide immortality only to the worthy one, and yet it is cursed, and it would kill you if you are not initiated.
Convenient.
Did you expect to find the golden knife at the baths?
Well, Sir Rodney thought that it might be there. Did you observe the knife representations there? They are so extraordinary, and we had hoped... it is a tragedy that he has passed away, taking all of his secrets with him. As soon as I've been released, I will continue Sir Rodney's researches in his memory.
Well, let's not get too hasty. Now, this guy, he should have some interesting reactions.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
So intimidating, Holmes.
Perhaps you could explain the cult of Mithras to me.
No, there is nothing to say. We are not the worthy ones.
But Sir Rodney believed that he was?
He was wrong. I have visions. The golden knife, the mummy. Oh, it's all my fault.
Calm down, Mr. Garrow.
And that's pretty much it there, okay? Garrow's behavior with Garrow's drug. Garrow is tortured by his obsession with the Mithras curse. He has been driven insane, a condition worsened by the medication he's taking. Garrow's weakness. Garrow is melancholic. He's a victim of over-medication, hence the hallucinations and unpredictable behavior. His state has been worsened by the shock of Sir Rodney's death. I figured that might be the case. Okay. So, let's look. We still have to figure out a use for those. I'll tell you what. Let's travel to the baths. And maybe... because we have to go check the Frigidarium. Maybe they've cleared out the rubble since then? I would hope so. Only one way to find out.
Mr. Holmes, we've cleared the corridor to the Frigidarium. You can visit it now.
Well,
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
would you imagine that?
These baths are becoming sinister.
And Mr. Phillips has nothing to say. To the Frigidarium. No. Now, I remember in Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter, last time we were in a place like this, it was pretty intimidating with traps aplenty. So I'm hoping But that's not the case, and those statues look really familiar. Alright, we will... Spider.
Perhaps I could find some clues by activating the flagstones.
Why did we press the spider one first? That doesn't seem wise. Hello, ma'am. Jug. Bet we have to do these in a particular order, don't we? Trident. Push back. That was with Neptune. Tell you what, let's not push the ones that we have the ability to push back. Scorpion. We might leave those where they lie. The wreath. The one-eyed oh, wait. Cyclops. Push that back. Got the Roman warship there. No flagstone. That direction. And a helmet. And push back. Oh, we can actually do that with the spider as well. Okay. Now let's head out into the middle here. Oh, we can't. Well then. Neptune's holding a skull. Wait a minute. Let's look at our brief here. Find a use. St. Albans has a statue of Neptune, the god of the sea. Minerva. Find a use for the fresco. Well, it seems like they might be pointing. Which one are they pointing to, though, is the... Okay. I'm gonna try something here. Gonna try and go all Indiana Jones there, and those are some beautiful fish, by the way. And the helmet, we'll leave that one as is. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one that, of course Neptune would be pointing at a ship. It's sound advice. And Minerva seems to be pointing... Actually, oh, let's lift up that spider. Come on. I hope my logic is correct here. Yeah, is she pointing at the jug? Yes, she is. Okay, so they're pointing at that. Let's get these. Could be just red herrings. But we also need to remember the Cyclops as well. One-eyed face. I guess we could go ahead and try and push this one. Interesting. I guess I could play around with it some. I bet the baths have something... Actually, we didn't even check and see if there's anything else to look at here. Got emperors and Caesars aplenty. And plenty of buttons as well. Well, let's travel back to the dig site. Maybe that'll give us some sort of idea now that we know what we're looking for. Now, in terms of deductions, we just got stolen notes and champagne. Okay. Head back to these statues. Maybe there's a particular thing that I'm missing here. We need to look at the Cyclops. Now that's Vulcans down here too. Yeah.
Vulcan, the god of fire and metalworking.
Right, that's important somehow. Now, if we head back here... Did we just have the statue of the two? Yeah, of Minerva and Neptune. We ignored these other ones, and they are pointing toward the bull head.
It is a broken statue of a bull.
Interesting. And back to the baths. Also gonna double check the notes too while we're at it. See if there's something we may have missed.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
I love you, Watson. I wish you were a little bit more useful. At least in this game. Okay. And we can't go into the water. And we've got the helmet. Maybe we need to go ahead and press their bases as well. We'll go for that. And then... That's what she's pointing at. Let's push the trident. And maybe we just need to not press any of these. Just those two. It's a possibility. And the one-eyed face. Are we good with everything else? Did we have anything pressed that didn't need to be pressed? What was that? I'm hearing... Oh, okay, those are like cars and what... or carts, whatnot, going through. Alright, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to think this over, and we will continue in the next episode, and hopefully we'll be able to solve this. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Whoa, Holmes. That completely broke my train of concentration. Wow. It's just that piercing gaze. But if you guys liked the video, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.